inyong complaint?
Nagagalak po ako at nagpapasalamat sa mga miyembro ng committee by overwhelming majority of 54 with only one no vote na dineclare na as sufficient in form and substance, both in form and substance yung third complaint, just like the fourth complaint. At sa una pa nga lang po, nasabi ko na po ito sa previous interviews na wala pong duda sa akin o hindi po ako nagkalangan na sabihin na yung complaint, yung Sabalya et al. Complaint is really sufficient in both form and substance. So, bagamat syempre hindi natin alam kung ano yung magiging botohan, but hindi na po tayo talaga na gulat doon kasi alam naman po namin that it passed the test of both form, sufficiency of both form and substance.
Kung makakapekto po ba yung final na perjury case ni VP Sara against Madriaga dito po sa impeachment?
Sa tingin ko hindi. Kasi alam mo, ang tingin ko dyan ay kinakabahan na yung kampo ni VP Sara. Alam nyo, kasi yung magiging testimonya ni Mr. Madriaga, yung sa kanyang affidavit, ay isa sa pinakamahalaga at matibay na nakadagdag na ebidensya dun sa mga existing ng evidence nung dating na-impeach siya in 2024. So, kinakabahan na siguro. Yan ang tingin ko, yung kampo ni VP Sara. Noon, hindi nila pinapansin. Tapos, biglang kinasuhan na nila. And meron din ako nakita na parang kino-compare doon kina Matobato at Las Cañas. Well, tama po na i-compare kina Matobato at Las Cañas, pareho po sila, lahat po sila nagsasabi ng totoo. So, sila ho ay mga tinatawag na mga insiders. Insiders sila Edgar Matobato and Arturo Las Cañas doon sa DDS killings, saka iba pang mga EJKs attributed to the Duterte regime. Ito naman ay insider dun sa mga pinagkagawa ni VP Sara tungkol sa confidential funds.
Are you certain na even without the Madriaga statement, the impeachment complaint will stand alone po?
We are confident. We are confident. Kasi nga yung mga tungkol sa confidential funds, tungkol especially dun sa admission to assassinate, a plot to assassinate the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker of the House. Yun po para sa akin, malakas yun. Lalo nang nandyan yung video na nakita natin lahat. So that's a very strong evidence. And that is definitely a ground for impeachment. Kasi other high crime yan eh. That is betrayal also of public trust. Hindi pwede isang napakataas na opisyal ay basta-basta na lang nag-threaten sa Pangulo at sa iba pang mataas na opisyal katulad the former House Speaker. Tsaka yung video na yan, na-authenticate na yan ng NBI. At kaya nga na-filean na si VP Sara ng grave threats and inciting to sedition. So para sa akin, isa yan sa pinakamalakas. Yung ground na yan, there's a common ground for both the third and the fourth complaints.
Ma'am, do you think the communication po yung timing yung pag-file ng perjury complaint sa nangyari yung impeachment case?
So tingin ko po, bakit dati hindi nila ginagawa yan? Noong November pa, lumabas yung sworn affidavit ni Ramil Madriaga. And then bakit ngayon lang? Tina-timing na nila. Alam nila na magbobotohan na ngayon. So maybe they're hoping na more or less ma-dissuade o ma-impluensyahan, mag-aalangan na bumoto in favor of the declaration of sufficiency in substance ngayong araw na nangyari na nga. Buti na lang, wala namang pumansin sa ganyang taktika na an attempt to try to influence the proceedings.
Kung are you expecting na sasagot si VP Sara dito sa 10-day notice ay bibigay ng komite?
Of course, it's up to her. It's up to her. Kung hindi niya sagutin, then she runs the risk of having waived the right to answer. So, decision po niya yan. I'm sure she will be consulting the lawyers, her lawyers, if she has not done so by now.
Ma'am, should the Justice Committee subpoena the bank records of the Vice President?
Oh yes, dapat. Kasi
Why not?
kasama yan sa allegations. It shows the accumulation of wealth, of unexplained wealth, grossly disproportionate to kanyang mga linagay sa kanyang SALNs. Kaya nga ang talagang gagawin is that ipapasabpina yung SALNs mula pa nung siya ay mayor and vice mayor of Davao City, and then all the way to kanyang current incumbency as vice president. So, ganun din sa bank records para makita yung unexplained wealth. May mga, meron na pong mga ibang mga pinakita dyan. Si former Senator Sonny Trillanes, so naging hearing noon sa Quadcom. So, susundan lang po yun. Now, we can actually, and the committee would be well within its powers to direct the submission of the bank records. An impeachment proceeding, a committee of the House can do that, to subpoena those bank records para makita talaga yung mga milyon-milyon na mga nandyan sa kanyang bank accounts. Either ang mga bank accounts na joint with her father, joint with her husband. So, makikita po natin yan.
Ma'am, regardless of her answer, dapat isubpoena yung bank records. Would that be correct? Regardless kung paano niya sasagutin dun sa answer niya,
Oh yes,
dapat isubpoena.
yes. Dapat.
Ma'am, yung sa ano lang po, kayo po yung bagong Senior Deputy Minority Leader. What happened po why parang ang mangyayari po ba kay Congressman Erice, Deputy Minority Leader pa rin po ba siya?
Well,
Hindi lang senior.
hindi ko po alam if he is a deputy or he would be a deputy minority now that he has been replaced as senior deputy minority leader. At gusto ko rin pong linawin na actually na-heads up ako nung umaga, yesterday morning, nung tungkol dyan nga sa papalitan na si Congressman Erice as senior deputy minority leader. So that was in the morning. So na-heads up ako na mangyayari nga daw yon na in the afternoon ay i-raise na yan ni minority leader. So that means that's before the yung nangyari kahapon sa hearings ng Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms tungkol sa anti-political dynasty bill.
Hindi yung remarks niya.
Well, as I said, yung na-heads up nga po ako nung umaga pa lang na ganun nga ang magiging hakbang ni Minority Leader during yesterday during the session. And Congressman Erice uttered those remarks about the president in the course of the hearing ng electoral reforms and suffrage. So, since may dati ng plano na i-move na about the replacement in the afternoon, so hindi yan ang pwedeng sabihin natin na proximate cause of the action in replacing him as senior deputy minority leader.
So,
Thank
you were
you.
not told of the reason.
No, it was not really clear to me, although I understand. Nung na-move na po ni minority leader, and it was adopted on the floor about the replacement, about me replacing Congressman Erice. So tinanong ko po ulit si the minority leader, na sabi niya kasi gusto nila na a senior deputy minority leader ay yung isang tututok sa proceedings, sa session, na mas makakasubaybay sa mga nangyayari sa proceedings. Because, minority leader, kailangan niya talaga ng parang mag-assist sa kanya, senior deputy minority leader, in making sure about what's happening in the floor, sa session hall, na nandyan kasama mo yung the other members of the minority. And syempre po, I take it as an additional task, as a challenge, additional task. Yes.
Wala pong consultation with the minority bloc
I think
about
there
the
was.
change.
There was a consultation
Pero hindi
by
po
the
ba
minority
nagagawa-
leader.
Hindi po ba nagagawa ni Congressman Elise pag sa floor? Kaya po siya tinanggal?
Ano po?
Hindi po ba nagagawa ni Congressman Elise pagtutok doon po sa floor?
No, they're not really saying it. But yun kasi ang sinabi sa akin na now that I'm the senior minority deputy leader, and then the minority leader expects na mas may tututok sa mga kaganapan sa session along with the other members of the minority.